Good morning and welcome to Quantum Radio. I am the Unstoppable Coach, Frankie Picasso, and I'm the founder for the Institute for Quantum Living and Conscious Design, a virtual hall of learning where I introduce you to the magic and wonder that exists in the metaphysical, spiritual, and natural worlds. Today on Quantum Radio, I have the pleasure of introducing to you a man who is renowned for his rare ability to bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual worlds. For over 50 years, he has been delivering compassionate readings for those whose loved ones have passed over. His grace and gentleness are a source of solace for thousands as he provides messages of love from the dearly departed. Besides personal readings, he also provides a corporate business advisory service, strategic guidance from spirit, from boardroom to bedroom. Our guides show us the way. Hans Christian King is more than a psychic. He is a guide for humanity. He feeds the global consciousness with unconditional love. He prays for humanity, and he teaches us about happiness, joy, how to be our true selves, and he reminds us of the fact that we are spirit in human form. Please welcome Hans Christian King. Good morning, Hans. Great to have you.
Good morning, Frankie. Nice to be on your show. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it is definitely my pleasure, and I know that we have a few folks out there who are so excited to talk to you, but we're going to get just going to chat for a few minutes, if that's okay with everybody out there.
Oh, that's great. Sure.
Okay. I'd like to get to know you a little bit better, and maybe some of the folks out there who don't know you. People want to adopt you already. That's so cute. They love your voice. You had your first visitation from your first guide, Red Club, when you were 3 years old. Is that true? And I understand that you operate with 4 different guides?
Yes, I have 4 people that have been with me since I was about 3 or 4 years of age.
Wow.
And they've been, like I say, I've been doing formal readings. Of course, I didn't know they were formal readings. I just thought it was what I had to say to somebody since I was 12, so that makes this 53 years this year. So now you know how old I am. How incredible.
You were 17 when you joined the Navy?
Yes.
I have another, and you did counseling on the boat?
I wound up doing that. It wasn't what I was supposed to do, but that's what I wound up doing. And even before that, even as a kid, like 9, 10, 11, 12, adults would come to see me. My neighbors would come to see me to ask me questions. And I always thought that was very, very strange because they'd ask me questions but wouldn't let me hang out with their kids because I was weird.
I have another guest on my show, Brent Lee. Do you know Brent?
Mm-hmm.
He was also in the Navy and also did counseling. Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Well, it's like I say, when the light begins to shine, the people find the light, and Spirit will bring to you the people who need to hear what you have to say. So you don't need to advertise. I mean, it's utterly phenomenal. I think Joseph Campbell once said something to the effect that when you find your way, doors will open where previously there were no doors.
Right. Yeah.
And that kind of is what happens with natural-born mediums, is that at a certain time, Spirit, in order to train them, just has people show up. And that's what happened to me. So I've seen about, a little over 52,000 people, I think, by now.
Holy moly. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah, it's a lot of folks.
It is a lot of folks. I imagine after 50 years you're able to, you found your way around your voice.
Yes, I did.
So do you ever like just have to just see somebody and just have to blurt out something to them? Or are you able to control that?
I try to control that, Frankie. However, there are some times when I simply have to say something. And I remember, here on a Saturday, I was at the Agape Center in Los Angeles teaching a class, and I was walking down the hallway. There was this lady coming towards me, and I just turned to her and I said, "Ma'am, you really have to stop smoking. Your left lung is really damaged. You really have to stop it if you want to stay on this side." I don't ever want to interfere with somebody's journey, so I have to be careful that that is what the Spirit wants me to do, even though I might know the information.
Right, right.
One thing I don't do is read minds.
Oh, good.
I was telling you on Sunday I did that ISIS convention at Marina Del Rey in Los Angeles, and I, But it's funny how people. Yeah, go up. Sorry,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It is amazing how people hold mediumship. I'm an intuitive medium. They stick the word psychic on me all the time. But there's a big difference between psychics and mediums. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but psychics perceive, mediums receive.
Gotcha.
Got it?
Yeah. Now, do you hear a voice? Do you see?
I hear voices, I see people, and I know
okay.
things. Yeah, I'm clairsentient, clairaudient, and clairvoyant.
Now, this is going to sound kind of, well, probably not. You've probably heard this question 1,000 times. When somebody passes over, is there a length of time that they need to have be gone before you can contact them?
Well, that's a very good question. Usually, the first 3 days, they stay relatively close. But after that, it's about a year to a year and a half before, I want to say before they learn the ropes.
How do you differentiate mind chatter from reality? How do I know that I'm speaking to my guide and it's not just my imagination making things up?
You come to my school.
Ah!
The Hans Christian King School of Mediumship and Intuitiveness. And this is, without a doubt, one of the best questions anybody can ask. And what it is a process that you have to go through to learn, to differentiate between what you want to tell yourself and what the Spirit is giving you. And in the beginning, they sound the same. Mm-hmm. Because the Spirit can only use what your body already has. Unless you're clairaudient, they can only use what you already have. But there are some techniques and some things that you can do through some trainings, whether it's with me or reading or going to anybody else, it doesn't matter. But there are some standard things you can do to learn to differentiate. Now, for one thing I want to say to your audience, the Spirit will never tell you anything terrible about another person.
Okay.
Never. They will never tell you anything terrible about you. They will never tell you anything terrible about yourself. Mm-hmm. That is your own mind operating.
Ah, okay.
Spirit operates in total love and non-judgment. Total love and non-judgment. Okay. In other words, in their eyes, you cannot make a mistake. And in their eyes, there's nothing you need to do to be better than who you already are.
I'm having a lot of people want to know where your school is.
Well, it's interesting. It's headquartered in Asheville, North Carolina, up in the mountains of western North Carolina. Very beautiful little city. Nice. And I decided some time ago, because since there were so many people who lived on both coasts, I would make a traveling school. Nice. So I take my school, like right now I'm at the Agape University with Reverend Michael Beckwith in Los Angeles for 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then I will be teaching a class in Asheville in November. Then I will be teaching another class back in San Francisco. If they want to know more information, they can go to the website, hansking.com, or call the office.
Are you coming to the East Coast?
Yes, ma'am. In November, I'll be teaching a class in Asheville. I have been asked to go up to Montreal to teach a class, so we'll see how that works.
Beautiful. Well, I'll meet you in Montreal as soon as you get here.
All righty.
Bienvenue, as they say. Okay. So is 4, 2, 4, 5, is that like a reasonable number of coaches for or guides for most of us to have? Do some people have
Most people have between 2 and 4 people. Most people.
And are they active at different times of your life? Or?
Well, you have what we call masters, then you have guides, then you have helpers, then you have friends. Oh. So you have different levels of people who assist you. I did something rare that I've never done before. At the ISIS conference on Sunday, and there were hundreds of people in the audience, and I said, how many of you know you've been saved by an angel? And over 80% of all the people raised their hands. And I thought that was absolutely wonderful, that people recognize that they have that resource in place for them. Now, learning to talk to that resource and learning to get information back from that resource is what the school is about.